Welcome to The Upbeat, where each week a group of Inkspot reporters take a break from breaking news to share what's been making them smile this week. I am Ince, and joining me this week are Ben Kerber, Bella Green, and Charles Faulkner as we try to put some happiness into the headlines. Ben, why don't you start us off? What is making you happy this week?
It might sound kind of strange, but I've been playing more video games this week, which is probably not a great thing because it's been nice weather outside. But I've been playing more video games, and I haven't really done that in a while because I've been busy with a lot of stuff. But I don't know. I haven't really been busy that much recently. So after school, I kind of find something to do or at night, and I've just been playing more video games. So yeah, it's just been something fun that I can kind of ease my mind with a little bit, and talk to my friends and stuff. So yeah, it's been a fun time.
What games do you play?
Right now, me and my friends are playing NBA 2K, and then we're starting to play NHL. So that's just team games that you can play on a little bit, and it's just brings a little sports into it, and it's just a fun time. We can get mad at each other, yell at each other, and it's just, I don't know, it usually ends kind of us getting mad at each other, getting off, but we just come back the next day and do it again, so it's fun.
I actually have a question about video games. Do you guys have a certain time at night that you always hop on, or is it do you have to text each other to get on, or is it just oh, we know at 6 p.m. we're all hopping on?
Yeah, usually we you ask the question does anyone want to get on, or yeah, and then not everyone can get on at the same time, so it's yeah, I'll be on in 30, and then someone's I'll be on in an hour, so then maybe a few people get on and they just kind of sit in a party for a while, and then there's always that one or two people that take 3 hours to get on the game. So it's usually kind of messy getting on at times. Sometimes we just get on at 11 or 12 at night because it takes that long for everybody to get on the game. But then usually eventually everybody gets on and it's a fun time. But yeah, that's definitely the most annoying part of it, honestly. Just getting everyone on at one time because it's just annoying when there's people say they're gonna get on and then they just go dark for 2 hours and then they get on 3 hours later nothing happened. So yeah, it's annoying, but.
How long or early in the morning, I guess, are you up playing? Do I even want to ask?
Yeah, no, I mean, usually on school nights we get off at maybe 1, 12, something like that. But if we're talking about summertime, peak, I'd probably get off 4 or 5 in the morning or something like that. And then I just don't wake up until 2 the next day, which hopefully my parents aren't listening to that because that's probably not good. But yeah, it can get bad. But usually on school nights we keep it old cool. So.
That's good. Okay, Bella, what's making you happy this week?
Yeah, so I watched the NBA All-Star game, and I'm a big NBA fan. It was kind of fun. I was really excited going into it because I'm a big Celtics fan, and Jaylen Brown was in the dunk contest, so I got to see that, which, I mean, maybe he didn't put up the best performance, but it was still entertaining. And something that kind of surprised me was the celebrity game. They had the new court LED, and
yeah.
The celebrity game kind of was cool because I'm also a fan of the WNBA. So they had Asia Wilson was coaching, so and she's always funny. So I like seeing that.
Have you ever gone to an NBA game?
Yeah. I mean my favorite one that I've been to I actually went to Boston, and it was I skipped school because of it. So, or did I skip? I don't know. I missed Easter in one of them, and that was not maybe the best decision, but I didn't regret it. It was a great game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what did you think of the All-Star game weekend as a whole though? Because I know on I was listening around. I think a lot of people weren't really as happy with it this weekend because they were saying it wasn't really competitive, and the dunk contest there wasn't a lot of creative dunks people can do. So it seems people were a little bit more critical of it than in years past.
Yeah, when I was watching the All-Star game, I was hoping that it was going to be competitive, and then I saw just, the score get run up for the East.
Yeah, it was 200 points or something at one point. That was the final total of the East team, so that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was a bit disappointing. But the dunk contest, I saw people talk about, getting, street dunkers, too, to, kind of, I don't know, just bring more of that creativity and, just make it more entertaining because there's something wrong with the dunk contest. It's not good.
Yeah, I heard people saying it's there's only so many dunks you can do before it starts to get boring though too. Also, because seems pretty much every dunk that's ever been done is really just happened already. And I think the street thing, that's the street hoopers dunkers or whatever. I think that's probably a good idea because that's basically what they're doing with Mac McClung, who's won it 2 years in a row because he's not even in the NBA. He's in the G League. So I think if they start doing that, that'll probably be a good idea.
Mm.
But yeah, I like some of the stuff they were doing too. I like the Steph versus Sabrina 3-point contest. I think that was probably the best event that I saw this weekend because I thought that was really entertaining to watch because it was just like two really good shooters. But
that was really good. Like, I just wish they had more rounds of that because it was so
Mhm.
good. Like, I was like, I want to see more.
Mm-hmm. I have something else that's kind of hopefully doesn't get us too off track. But I've been hearing this thing going around talking about like dunk contests and like 3-point contests. And it's like, would Caitlin Clark be able to score in like a college men's game? Do you think that she'd be able to?
I think with like the range that she has, like she wouldn't be like if she was a more of a paint scorer, then it'd be like harder.
Mm-hmm.
But since she's pulling up from like, I guess the logo, I think she could get some stuff up.
I agree.
yeah, I saw her break the record. It was like she just ran from half court base. She just pulled it from half court basically, and like she just sparked it from there. That was pretty easy. So I think she definitely could score in college.
Yeah.
I think there's people saying she could play in the NBA even. I think she could probably score, but it'd probably be like a matter of defense and stuff. But yeah, she's crazy.
For sure. Okay, and then moving on, Charles, what's making you happy this week?
What's making me happy this week was early this week when we had days off and stuff. I ended up going to Red Racoon in downtown Bloomington, and it was really cool because me and my brother have been getting into like a more recent hobby of getting into these like model kits that you build. And, you know, some people go really crazy with it and get really intricate, but basically you get these like sheets of like injection molding type plastic, and you like break the pieces off and then put them all together, and then at the end you have like some people have like kits for like building replicas of like cars and stuff like that. But like, you know, we started with like a Transformers kit that was like Optimus Prime and somebody else, and stuff like that, and that was really cool. So we got into some of the other kits and have been building a few guys here and there. But there was the one thing that's really popular within the model kit community is specifically like a string of TV series under the collective name of like Gundam, and I haven't really watched all the shows or anything. Like I've watched a few episodes here and there, and they're all right. But there was some really cool like kids from those shows and stuff, and that's been really popular with that kind of community. So at Red Racoon, they had a Gundam night, is what they called it, and basically every month they have a night where people come together and build these kits together. And so like for newer builders like me and my brother, it was really cool to go and talk to people who've been doing this like for years and years and years, and you know, you get to see like, oh, that person got the like really expensive cool kit that I saw, or you know, ask questions and stuff. And it was really cool because they like helped us learn a lot of different things, and they offered help and stuff, and it was really cool.
That's awesome. Do you and your brother usually go there often, or was this their first time?
We've gone a couple times here and there, specifically to look at the kits, and that's just a really cool store too. Like there's a lot of cool board games in there, and like it's great for like those community building type activities because they have the alternate spaces for you to go play. Like they do, like I haven't really gotten into this, but like the D&D and stuff like that, like it seemed like a really, really cool community because they also had like people playing games on the side when we were there for the Gundam night, and it was just really cool to hear people laughing and having a good time.
Nice. Is D&D, I could be wrong, is that the same game that's like in Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it, but
Me either.
It seems kind of cool. But yeah, it was awesome. We ended up getting like helped out with like different like markers and things that we could get and use to like kind of make our model kits look, you know, cooler or like weathered or stuff like that. So that was really cool. And my brother went crazy with it, and he was showing me how his figure looked after he was done touching it up, and it was awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. And then moving on, for me, what made me happy this week was we had basketball sectionals. This week we had the semifinals and the finals. And although we lost, which definitely was a little bit upsetting, we always want to see how far we can go. It really, truly was the highlight of my week, just getting to, have the opportunity to compete in the sectional final game with my friends. Like, that's just such an opportunity. And just like in the moment, like even though the outcome wasn't necessarily what we wanted, just getting to like be there with them and put up points on the scoreboard and just kind of be in the moment and compete, that was truly like a joy for me out of that week. And then also after the game, we went out and we got ice cream. And I think that just kind of really shows like what that kind of group is about. We don't necessarily it's not always about basketball. So if we would have made it just about basketball, we would have been pretty sad because it ended last night. But we kind of make it more than just the sport, and we're always like going out to eat after the game or going to someone's house or just hanging out in general. And that's kind of what I really like about the group. And so we're truly like a family, which that was a highlight, going out to ice cream. We went to Dairy Queen after the game. So even though we lost, it was still super fun night because we got to share it with, the team and kind of just celebrate the entire season as a whole.
Yeah, like my dad, the varsity VN, he posted like this like thing before the game about you and like Kingsley and like Chiddix, like all the other people. Like, how does that feel to like have like all these people that you've known for so long and just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of a crazy day yesterday, especially when he posted that video. I opened Instagram and I saw it, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, like these pictures are crazy. They're from like 6th grade of like Chiddix people and Kingsley people. And then like it transformed to us like nowadays in our like normal community Ironmen jerseys, and it was honestly kind of sentimental. I even sent a text to our group chat because someone had screenshotted like Raina when she was really young and was like, oh my gosh, like look at Raina. And then I sent back and I was like, why did that get me super emotional? And I think it's just so special, like the group we have, because we all were in different junior highs. Like some were in Chiddix, some were Kingsley, some were Evans. And we maybe played together back then on like a club team, but in junior high we were separate on like our school teams. And so then to get to come together in high school for all 4 years and like be a team when we competed against each other in junior high was just super special. And yeah, I've just grown up playing basketball with all these girls, like Olivia Corson and Brinley, like all of them. Like we've been together since day one. And so yeah, it was definitely sad to like see that kind of like that end last night, but also like was super exciting to just kind of like it encapsulated the entire like friendship and journey that basketball's given us.
Yeah, I was watching the game after, and it seemed kind of bittersweet after, but it seemed like no one was really like super sad. They were just kind of like cherishing the moment and like trying to stay on court like as long as possible. And I think that the fact that it was at West too, that was pretty cool because it was like a bunch of community fans there, and it just seemed like it was a pretty good moment for both sides. Like it seemed like everyone was just really trying to like enjoy the moment and like appreciate just the great season that the girls team had. Definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely special that it was in town. We were able to have a lot of like people from the community come out and support, which I think is something that's like super awesome about Iron Athletics, is that there are so many fans, and just the amount of like young kids and other people in the community who came up to us after the game and just said like, we've been following and we're super proud of you. Like that means a ton of to us, and so like really appreciate that and want to say thank you for that. And yeah, I think bittersweet really does like kind of sum it up, because we're obviously sad like the basketball aspect is over, like we don't get to go to practice every day, but I think like the main thing that we were just upset about and like sad about is that like we don't get to be with our friends every day and like have that connection and that time like every single day where we get to actually see each other. So yeah, that was definitely a little sad.
If you had like one favorite memory that like would encapsulate like your Ironman basketball, what would you say?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
No,
a
you're
little
good.
bit.
I would say it was probably, it's just like after every single game, I swear we go out to get food. And so it has honestly nothing to do with like all the games are super, super fun. And winning like the State Farm Holiday Classic, that's awesome. But I would say the moments that like I remember the most are probably like our team trip where we've gone to Indiana the past 2 years, and we're up way too late on those trips, like probably like 3 a.m. and then we have to be up at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. to practice, and so we're just like dead tired. But then we also like compete so hard on those trips in the basketball games. So yeah, I would just say that the moments that I will remember the most sometimes don't even have to do with basketball at all, just like going out to eat and spending time with the friends on the team.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask, I missed the game, but shameless plug, can we find did we live stream that one?
We did not. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's a pretty high price to like start streaming those sectionals and like once they get higher, like in the sectionals and state and stuff, you got to pay a pretty high price to like live stream it and stuff. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
I was gonna say we can shameless plug that we have live streamed some of the other games.
Yeah,
watch those.
And tonight, are we doing the boys?
Yeah, I think this will be the last one probably. Yeah, regional championship tonight. It's only me and Zach, no Mr. Swanson tonight. So we're a little nervous, but hopefully we can pull it off. I don't know. But yeah.
You guys have been doing a really good job with it.
Thank you.
All right, so for Ben Kerber, Bella Green, and Charles Faulkner, Allie Ince saying thanks for tuning in this week. We'd love to hear what's making you happy this week. Let us know on social media at NCHS Inkspot.